Hi everybody, it's Michael Bovee with Consumer Recovery Network, and I'm back with a very quick topic. How do I legitimately find out that my debt has been sold? It's actually pretty easy. Couple of cues if you don't want to call your creditor. That's the quickest way. Call your creditor and say, hey, haven't paid you. I know I haven't paid you. Couldn't pay you then. Not doing so great now. But I am trying to survey the landscape and find out what's going on with my debt. Hey, how much do I owe you? Who's got my account? They'll tell you if it's out with a collection agency just by assignment and how to contact that debt collector. They'll tell you if they sold it and who to. And now you know because you asked your creditor directly and they'll tell you who they sold it to. But if you don't want to make that phone call for some reason, I highly recommend it, you can go to your credit report. So you know you haven't paid Synchrony and it's been 2 years, and you go on your credit report and you see Synchrony, sees the charge off, see the zero balance reporting. So what gives? And nobody else is showing up on there. Well, they sold it to a debt buyer in this instance because you didn't pay it, they're not removing it, it's still a charge off, but they don't get a report of balance owed to them after they sold the debt. So they may have sold it to a debt buyer recently, they may have sold it to a debt buyer a year ago, and the debt buyer just isn't showing on your credit report. There are a couple of debt buyers. I can identify one. Midland Funding is the largest or second largest debt buyer in the country, depending on what they ask the question. And they have a policy of not credit reporting on debts that they just bought. They wait 90 days. So you can actually reach out to a debt buyer like Midland, resolve the account. It'll never show up on your credit. So, but most debt buyers are going to show on your credit fairly quickly after they purchase it. And if it's not showing, it's okay. Again, check with your creditor. They're usually going to try and collect from you if they haven't sold the debt. So be ready for that call. If they say, hey, we got it right in-house, we're ready to deal with it. We've got some other videos that talk about how to deal with collectors and deal with your banks when you're trying to talk through and negotiate a settlement. But just know that just because a zero balance charge-off is showing on your credit report doesn't mean you paid it. You know if you paid it or not. And it might still be out there with a debt buyer who could show up and sue you. So you might still want to reach out to your creditor, find out who it is, and reach your goals. See you on the next video.